I was the deputy national chairman. Abure was an acting national secretary. Now, coming to Edo, Omuahe. I call it a jamboree where the men of the same caliber, our amiable, His Excellency, the Dr. Alex Oti, the governor, the only governor we have, and the former presidential candidate, Peter Obi. If you recall, all of them came from Obedient to Labour Party. And if 2 days ago, Obi appointed one Tanko as a coordinator of Obedient. So what they did today is all Obedient. They just now put an acting national chairman of Obedient and a secretary of Obedient and that, not of Labour Party. Because, why? In Labour Party constitution, only the national chairman or acting national chairman or the national working committee will call for any meeting. There's nowhere in constitution where a governor will call for a meeting or where a former candidate of the party will call for a meeting. It's funny. So, and my happiness is that everybody has the right to gather together. If they have it's their constitutional right. It's a human right to gather together to call, to say whatever they want to say and appoint whoever they want to appoint. But not a Labour Party. That I assure you, it's not a Labour Party. That's correct. That's
okay. I mean, from what you have said, it does seem like you have an angst against the obedience movement taking over the Labour Party. Is that what you're insinuating?
No.
That the movement has taken over the party?
No. I said Obi is appointing people for his movement, not for Labour Party. Let me tell you, how can you appoint a man who is not a member of the party? I have it here. You in Arise TV when the political commission of NLC called for stakeholders meeting. Obedient people came out and said, listen, we are not Labour Party people. We are a movement. We are all from Obedient. We came with Obi. If Peter Obi is going today, we're going with him. They said it openly. All of a sudden, Obi is appointing the same people who are not members of Labour Party to take over Labour Party. The why I don't want to really discuss about it is that it's not a village meeting. Even village meeting, they have constitution. So how much more political party? So His Excellency Peter Obi doesn't have constitutional power. He's just a former presidential candidate of the party.
How about Governor Oti, who's a member of NEC?
Okay, he's a member of NEC, not working committee. And I show you in the constitution of Labour Party, working committee will discuss and bring for NEC for ratification. Yes. And I assure you, if this Labour Party chieftains, they are sincere in what they want to do, I want to let you know that the step they have taken to bring everlasting peace in Labour Party is good one. Yes, it's a welcome development, but not with sincerity. They are doing it out of their selfish interests. If you say you want to you want to bring everlasting peace in Labour Party, and you did not call those people who were fighting, these people that appointed, they're not even members of the party.
Who are the people that are fighting? They should have called.
Oh, Calistus Okafor is the first person.
Yourself.
My very self. Abure, you can see it's there. Lamidi, Apapa, don't forget him. Although these are all illegal occupants.
You, on the one hand, you call them illegal occupants. On the other hand, you say they should be dialogued with.
Because these guys, I mentioned their name, they are all members of National Working Committee of 2014. That they're supposed to be the inheritance of consent judgment of Kolawole.
So do you agree with those who say the tenure of Abure had elapsed and that the March 27 Inewi convention re-electing him was a charade, as major stakeholders in your party were not involved, including the only governor you have, Dr. Alex Oti,
it's not true,
and the former presidential candidate?
No, it's not true. This is what they say now. Well, number one is that Abure has no tenure. as long as Calistus Okafor is concerned, it cannot build illegality on legality. It can't be a castle on a mold.
So who is run? Let me allow you land.
Now, when you now say Abure tenure, Abure has no tenure in the first place. Abure has no tenure. But because he has already emerged in the National Executive Council meeting and they allow it, and for that reason, they call it a tenure. Abure enter into an agreement with NLC before INEC that is going to take one year, and he will obey the consent judgment, which is
with the BOT, the Board of Trustees of the party.
There was nothing like a BOT in Labour Party. There was nothing like BOT.
There's no BOT.
No, these are all creation of Abure. There's no BOT in Labour Party. That is correct. Now, coming to His Excellency Peter Obi and His Excellency Oti, this man has. Maybe they have a good heart, or maybe a good thinking, but they are doing whatever they think they are doing in a wrong way. All they want to hijack the party, the soul of the party. You can see what is going on all around nation now is political party issues. You just finished one. Everybody want to grab. If you see that. If you look at it, that's what happened yesterday, the combination of all people there. There are people that cannot stay in one political party. When you see a man who cannot stay in one political party, the person is run up and down for a selfish interest, for his own interest. These are people who have jumped from APUGA to APC, APC to PDP, PDP to Labour. Now, in all those other political parties, they could not grab the soul of the party. They believe in Labour Party, they have the chance to grab the soul of the party, to use it to go for major. Unfortunately, Labour Party is not for major. Labour Party is the party of Nigerian workers, not a party for somebody to use to go for major.
But there are those who say the former presidential candidate of your party, Peter Obi, and the only governor you have, Dr. Alex Oti, as well as the obedient movement, which you have mentioned, brought life to the Labour Party. And so they have earned the right, to try and ensure that the party remains useful. By
following illegality, by going against the constitution of the party.
What does your constitution say about the caretaker committee? Where does your constitution stand?
No, the one is that the people that put in caretaker committee do not have the constitutional right. There's nowhere in constitution of Labour Party that a governor has the right to put a national caretaker committee of a political party.
What does the constitution say about the formation?
Oh yes, the constitution says that National Work Committee is the organ of the party that controls the party. When these organs discuss issues and take a stand, they don't have the final say. They will take it immediately to the National Executive Council that will ratify it. That stands. Then, when it comes to leadership, as it is now, you can see it is only one body. The National Working Committee of 2014, they are the one, almost 70% of them are the one in Akwanga, the illegal convention in Akwanga. That's supposed to be all-inclusive and expansive convention according to the Constitution of the Labour Party, but they went in Akwanga and did their own. Now, you can see all of them. If all of us now come out, you say our tenures have elapsed. How can our tenures elapse? But we inherited the consent judgment. Consent judgment was given on the 20th of March 2018. Our tenure were to elapse on the 10th of October 2018. So you can see. So since that consent judgment has not been obeyed, Calistus Okafor still remained the acting national chairman of Labour Party. And by the special grace of God, I want to let you know that my committee, all the 2014 convention, all those guys all the national working group on March on 2014, all of us are doing everything. I've called Abure severally. I called Abure even yesterday. I've called NLC people. I've gone there. Even if all the people are supposed to call, even the National Assembly people, I've called them. All I want is peace, but that peace must follow the right channel. It must come according to the constitution of the party.
So you talk about so much illegality in the Labour Party.
Yes.
And you talk about, forging ahead.
Yes.
How do you forge ahead when there are criticisms about one man running the show in the person of Abure, who has refused to leave even though his tenure, which you counter that he doesn't even have a tenure, another illegality which you call to, refuses to step down. And then there's a committee, a caretaker committee that is temporary, that has been put in place to sort of put the parties together to ensure that you remain Labour Party of relevance. It doesn't make sense.
No, see, it's not because that we want peace, you want to follow it in illegality. If you follow it in illegality, there will still be crisis. Let me tell you.
What would be legal for the parties to call you?
Way forward. Like I said, my led committee.
Of 10 years ago.
It doesn't matter what they call it, as long as that consent judgment had not been set aside, it's still valid. So when you use the word 10 years ago, it doesn't matter how long a judgment has stayed, but has it been obeyed? When it is obeyed, then, or when it is set aside, my led committee has come together and said, listen, Abure come, these people come. If all of us come together, the working committee, we are the one that will put up, we can put up ourselves or appoint anybody to be a caretaker, not them.
Before I let you go, we've heard from Mr. Abure saying he's warning that disciplinary actions will be taken against those who have set up this caretaker committee. And we do know those who at the forefront are Dr. Alex Oti of Abia and former presidential candidate Peter Obi. What do you think those disciplinary actions will be?
While Abure is doing that, I am also working there with I will be having a working committee, a national working committee.
Are you planning on suspending them?
Only I am not Calistus. It's the working committee will take that decision.
So
not me.
What are the disciplinary actions? You want to suspend them?
Like I said, I am just one man. The constitution of the party is that the majority carries the vote. In my meeting next week Tuesday, and whatever the national working committee says will happen to them, will happen to them. Okay. Yes, we get them tickets. When His Excellency Peter Obi came, somebody signed his ticket. He didn't emerge from air. He didn't emerge from the blues. Somebody signed his case, submitted his ticket, his nomination photo, INEC, and he was recognized. Okay. The same thing to Oti. So how come all of a sudden you want to assume a position you don't have?
I'm asking this question because the Supreme Court of Nigeria has consistently said or respected in its ruling or in its judgment that the constitution of a party is the foundation upon which that party is built. So if we go by that, if Abure goes to court like he has done now, don't you think that he might win? The reason I'm saying this is we need to look through all of these things so that we avoid actions that, in the end, when we get or when there is a contrary ruling by the Supreme Court, a contrary judgment, we will not now say that the judiciary is biased or they have bought the judiciary. The foundation of a political party is its constitution. According to that constitution, this move that you and Alex Oti made, is it a right move? Will it stand the test of time? Will it stand the test of our judiciary system? Sincere opinion now. I understand that the constitution is crucial. And that is why I am pushing for a new political party where from this set out, from the get-go, every provisions of the constitution is made to curtail the excesses of individuals. Unfortunately, all the political parties right now do not have such provisions. That's why I'm pushing for it. So I want to ask, and the reason I'm asking is so that we can be sure. I don't want us to engage in a futile solo shadow boxing, or engage in a journey that will end in futility, or in a journey where people outside the party will be looking at us and laughing at us. Already the Labour Party, led by Abure, has made a mess of itself. I wouldn't want us to join in the mess of the Labour Party. So is it constitutional? Have your lawyers advised you that it is a constitutional path? It is a right path to take? For me, I would have suggested that we told the path of a new political party, devoid of any baggage. That would have been my suggestion. If this path ends in reconciliation, fine. But from what we hear Abure and Arabambi say now, they are headed to court. I hope it will not become an embarrassment for us. This is me just airing my opinion.